Everyone, our today's guest speaker and my dear students. On behalf of Ideal College of Pharmacy and Research, I, Suvarna Patil, take this opportunity to welcome our guest and all the participants to the live webinar on strategies and preparation for GPAT and NIPER. Today we have to have Mr. Sanjay Ubale, who shall be reflecting on the theme of this webinar. So I would like to introduce our today's guest and speaker, Mr. Sanjay Ubale. He did his B.Pharm from Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy, Pune, and currently pursuing his Masters in Pharmaceutics at NIPER, Mohali, under the guidance of Dr. Abhay Sangamwar. He qualified in 2020 with All India rank 593 and NIPER with the rank 287. So now I request Mr. Ubale to share his thoughts and views of Mission GPAT and NIPER exam. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sudhir. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Firstly, thanks you, Ideal College of Pharmacy and Research, Kalyan, and especially Sujit sir and Suvarna ma'am also. Okay, I'm not taking too much time, and I will share my screen. Okay, firstly, I introduce myself. My name is Sanjay Ubale, Department of Pharmaceutics, NIPER, Mohali, and I've qualified GPAT with AR 593, and then NIPER exams with AR 287, and in category rank, my category rank was 3, and also qualified CUCET with AR 10. And I had completed my graduations from D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy. And for GPAT study, I totally invest 2 years. Like I joined the Apex class in the third year, and I qualified in GPAT in 2020. Okay, then let's move toward the next slide. Okay, let's start the discussion from this slide. As we are in final year B.Pharm, everyone have some questions like what I have to do after this final year, like go for the job, like some there are government job also like drug inspector, pharmacist, or for higher educations like MS Pharm or Pharma MBA, then other study also. Then but if you see to want to go for the like government job like drug inspector and pharmacist, there also be GPAT's importance like the questions from in drug inspector and pharmacist exam are same pattern like cover in a GPAT also. As we cover in GPAT is included in same manner in the job exam also. And if you want to go for the higher educations, go for the GPATs. Like why GPAT and NIPER? Because actually NIPER is a very reputed college which provide you to well platform for the industry. Like we can go for the research and development, like other job like pharma MBA and consulting like company, and so you can go for the PhD in abroad and pharmacovigilance like company. As you know that the NIPER institutes are reputed institutes in India which provide packages, well packages. Firstly, so why GPAT? Like GPAT, GPAT and some prestigious institute include NIPER provide the platform to join the well-recognized job like R&Ds in pharmaceuticals. Also, the impact of NIPER Institute is more in the case of abroad, like for PhD studies. So, um, also, NIPER can give well package for stabilizing your economical conditions. Like in this year, the highest package from NIPER Mohali is going to be 25 lakhs, and for 25 lakh for consultancy companies, and some companies also provide the lowest packages of 4 lakh, like Shipla companies, which use 4 lakh package for research and development uh, for pharmaceutic students. So from this, you can conclude that the GPAT and NIPER exams give a better platform to you, as well as give stable life in the sense of economical conditions. Okay, then next word, what is the GPAT? What is GPAT? GPAT is the Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test, which is conducted by NTA. And for the GPAT eligibility is BPharm. We can also give a exam in third year also. And generally exams occur in January and February. But this year, maybe due to pandemic, the exam is postponed up in April. Uh, Also, GPAT is conducted by NTA. It's the National Testing Agency, and NTA also conduct the exams like uh, and NEET, and then JEE is like, and NTA have their own format. Like NTA ask base questions generally on basics. So for the GPAT, there is a basics is very important. Okay, then move towards the formats of GPAT, and how there is a pattern of GPAT. Then there is the exam type is online, and which contain 125 questions, one 125 questions, and then 4 marks for if you attempt one question. If it is right, so it gives 4 marks, and if it is negative, then it will be get -1 marks. So be confident about questions, and by clicking the answers right. So you have to click on correct answer also. Then the exams contain 500 questions. Sorry, 500 marks, and time limit is 3 hours. And syllabus include first to fourth year syllabus, which is available on generally NTA official site. And if you qualify the GPAT, the validity of this scorecard is up to 3 years. Means if you qualify in this year, you can join the masters from uh, by taking 1 year gap also. And also AICT approved a stipend, 12,400, which is monthly for qualified students. And only GATE qualified students are eligible for NIPER JEE exams. Mm, Move toward the GATE last 5 years cutoff. As you see, 2017, there are for unreserved category, there is the 113 marks is required for qualifying the PET. But as you see, year by year, like in the 2018, 19, 20, and 2021, there is increasing marks for qualifying the GPAT, like 131 in 2018, then 19, 141, then in 2020, 163, and now in 2021, there is a 186 marks for qualifying the GPAT. So from that, you can conclude that as year by year, there is more competitions in GPAT. Then analysis of GPAT 221 questions paper. There are NTA differentiate the different subjects in a different manner on the basis of their importance in pharmacy also. As you see, there are for last year in pharmaceutics there are covered 40 questions from pharmaceutics only, and then 34 questions from HAP and pharmacology. Pharmacology also important for pharmacy, and they cover 34 questions. Then from chemistry there are 30 questions. In the pharmacognosy 11, and in case of other subjects like pharmaceutical jurisprudence, then pharmaceutical engineering, they cover 10, 10 questions. From that, you can also conclude that what are the major subjects for qualifying the GPATs, and what are the minor subjects which we have to focus. Then strategy for preparations. First, first the print the latest GPAT syllabus copy, which are also available on ENTA official site, and combine the chapters which are similar, like some chapters in chemistry and some chapters in biochemistry are similar, like protein, amino acids. So these chapters are also covering pharmacognosy also. So you can combine these three chapters in one format, and try to write your own notes from and minimize the syllabus, but don't go for the shortcuts. Shortcuts is not a key for success. Then cover the minor subject which are related to major subject, like HAP. First, HAP and pharmacology are interrelated. Also, medicinal chemistry also so related to pharmacology. So first you have to read HAP, uh, cover all the basic knowledge about HAPs, our anatomy and physiology, and then go for the pharmacology. And while you studying the pharmacology, uh, so both pharmacology and medicinal chemistry combine the both syllabus and go for the uh, study, and combine your notes. So read standards and reference books always. Don't go for the shortcuts, keys, and short books. Uh, so try to go for the standard books, and keep always one book always as a standard, and prepare your own notes, charts, like the mnemonics, like that. So you can remember the classifications of pharmacology, also medicinal chemistry. These are important topics for the GPAT. Also, your notes should be conceptual. Like when I was in when I was preparing for the GPAT, I also write my notes in sometime in Marathi language also. So you can choose your own language for your notes. Like if you're not remembering the concept, so you can write your in own language, and solve previous year question papers. As for previous year questions paper, you can use GPAT Inamdar, also Tuition Gupta book also, and discuss these unsolved questions with your friend, mentor, or your senior also, and ask them about that. But don't lose these unsolved questions. Then what to refer? Like there are subjects where there are hug syllabus in for GPAT. So you can distribute into two paths, like major and minor. In major, there are pharmaceutics, pharmacology, then medicinal chemistry, pharmaceutical analysis, organic chemistry, and in minor, there are physical pharmacy, biochemistry, biotechnology, HAP, and clinical pharmacy. First, you can go with the HAP and physical pharmacy. Like physical pharmacy have syllabus which related to pharmaceutics. So you can combine these with for minimizing the syllabus. Then these books are generally I refer during the preparations, like for pharmaceutics, industrial pharma, Lackman, Remington, then Brahmankar for biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics. Then for physical pharmacy, I use two books one Martin and one is CVS Subramaniam. And then for pharmacology, there are KDT is sufficient, but for the initial part like receptor, you can refer Rangendale for pharmacology, and combined with that, I also use Wilson and Foyles for medicinal chemistry also. And for pharmacognosy and pharmaceutical analysis, I refer Treaser and Evans for pharmacognosy, and then also CK Kokati for pharmacognosy. And for pharmaceutical analysis, I refer Pavia, then Y.R. Sharma and Chetwal. These are quite interesting books for the pharmacognosy and pharmaceutical analysis. And for biochemistry and biotechnology, you can use Satyanarayan. And for microbiology and organic chemistry, I use Pelzer and Chandrakant Kokre for microbiology. And for organic chemistry, I use Bahal and Morrison and Boyds. Okay, let's move toward the question and answer sessions. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me.
Okay. Thank you, Sanjay. So, on behalf of our student, I would like to ask few questions.
Yes.
Can you just explain how to manage a time? Because student right now they have a little bit time for preparation. So, how can they manage time to prepare GPAT or NIPER in this short period of time?
For final year students, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. Sir, when I was in final year, that time our last final exam, final semester was in November. So we have to manage the common syllabus which also the syllabus which are common in semester also and which are common in GPAT. I prepare these notes firstly and follow for the GPAT, not for the semester. If you read for the GPAT, you will also cover for the semester exam also. So you don't have uh, much headaches for the semester exams. And in GPAT, you can cover all minor basics also. So we can't worry about that semester for the semester exam also. So
Okay.
firstly, you have to prepare notes for the semester and GPAT also, because for final year GPAT is important, and for third year they have at least 1 year.
Okay. And which are the important topics or the subject that are important as per GPAT? Which are the important subject? Because student they don't have that
Im-
much time to prepare right now.
Important
So
subject.
can you just give brief uh, information regarding those important topics or subject?
Okay, sir. I share my screen. Yes, sir. As you see in these slides, generally most of the questions are asked from the pharmaceutics and pharmacology. So for at least qualifying the GPAT, you can cover the pharmaceutics and ecology first and focus more on this subject as well as part also. Need basics knowledge about chemistry like hybridizations, alkane reactions, then some name reactions. These are the some key points from chemistry. And for pharmacology, read all the classifications. There are some book for classification like KDT, which will help for the pharmacology. So most of the questions are asked from pharmacology and background of HAP, like basic knowledge about HAP. And in the sense of pharmaceutics, in pharmaceutics generally they ask questions from doses from doses from suspension, emulsions, and like there are some tests like dye test, etc. So they ask from basic in pharmaceutics, and also they also ask about questions from physical pharmacy, which also part of the pharmaceutics. So you have to cover these minor subjects in pharmaceutics also. So generally, if you are in final year, like exams in April, so you have to cover at least three subjects: pharmaceutics, pharmacology, and chemistry. But if you are in third year, go for the basic also, because for qualifying GPAT is not much more important. If you have better rank, so you can take admissions for prestigious institute, which build your career properly. So for final year, you can go for the final year now. You can go for the pharmaceutics, HFE, and chemistry. Also, sir, I have some PDF like keys. I will share you. You can share with final year students also.
Yes, yes, yes. Sanjay, definitely just forward those. Where if you have any notes you have prepared for preparation of GPAT, or do you have
Yes,
any PDF note, please forward it
yes,
to me. So those material I will just share with my students. And
yes, sir. I
the one
have
more thing
some
I would
thirst.
like to, yes, yes, Sanjay.
Yes, yes, sir. I have some thirst area like what topics to cover from particular syllabus, particular subjects. Yeah, that's I will send you.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yes,
And one more thing I would like to ask regarding NIPER. If the
yes,
students get qualified in GPAT exam, so
yes.
which are the NIPER institutions in throughout the India? Just uh, tell our students regarding those, and which is the prestigious NIPER
Institute.
institute among all the NIPERs.
Okay. Sir, there are seven NIPER colleges. Mostly students are prefer NIPER Mohali, NIPER Hyderabad, NIPER Ahmedabad, and back to back NIPER Guwahati. Then then there are also NIPER Hajipur and NIPER Raebareli. But generally, most of the students prefer the NIPER Mohali, NIPER Ahmedabad, and Hyderabad. NIPER Guwahati also best. They also give more exposure to students. Like they also help the students to handling for instruments like FTIR, PXRD, like that. But when you say about NIPER Mohali and NIPER Ahmedabad, they give best stand for the students. Like they offer the placements for the research and development. Generally, as you know, uh, some non-prestigious institute will not provide that platform for the students to build up the career in research and development area. But NIPER help to build up your career as a research scientist in R&D sector. And also, sir, NIPER Mohali is I talk about NIPER Mohali. NIPER Mohali is professor give best LOR for the your for your PhD studies in abroad, in case of abroad. So you can build your career as a PhD students in abroad also under the best guidance.
Okay. And Sanjay, is there any difference between preparation for GPAT and NIPER, or is the same to prepare for
Actually,
GPAT and NIPER?
yeah, yes, sir. Actually, question pattern was the different. Like in case of GPAT, there are very lengthy type questions, like 2 to 3 lines of questions. But for NIPER, there are very short-term questions. Like if you see questions, you directly reach out the answers. But in the case of GPAT, there you have to think about. And but NIPER they have asked about particular topics, so like they have more focus on general knowledge also, and current affairs. Also, they are like when I was give exam in my time, they ask about three to four questions on corona only, corona and vaccines also. So like they also ask about current affairs, but in the case of GPAT, they don't ask about current affairs. And also for time management in NIPER, actually there are 120 questions in 2 hours for NIPER, because very less times, like 36 seconds for one question. You have very less times, and you have to just click answers in NIPER. As you see the questions directly, you have to put the answers without thinking too much about for one questions. And if you are very lengthy questions in an NIPER, just leave it. Go for the short questions and solve them, because you have very less time as compared to GPAT. For GPAT, there are 3 hours. You can think for one questions by taking too much time. But for NIPER, that is not same.
Okay, Sanjay. So it's a very nice to having you for this session as a guest lecturer, a guest speaker. So Sanjay,
Yes, sir.
please forward me whatever you have with you, right? Like your notes, books, or PDF, whatever you have. No, just forward it to me. I will just forward my mail ID. Okay. So those material I can share with my students, so they can also will able to qualify GPAT as well as NIPER. Okay.
Yes, sir, sure.
So yes, thank you so much,
Yes, sir. There is my mail
Sanjay.
number, mail ID also, and contact. If you have any questions,
Yes, yes, yes.
you can ask.
Students, if you have any doubt regarding GPAT or NIPER, you can contact to Mr. Sanjay Ubale. He will definitely help you regarding any issue. Or if you want any study material, so you can directly contact on this number that is shown on screen. Okay. So
Mm.
thank you, Sanjay.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Thank
it's my gratitude towards you that in your busy schedule also you just
you.
give time to our student, and you share your knowledge regarding GPAT and NIPER. And I'm very thankful on behalf of Ideal College of Pharmacy and Research, Kalyan. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best for your bright future as well, as you are pursuing MS from NIPER Mohali. And I hope you will do further education like PhD abroad or from any reputed university. So all the best for your future as well. And thank you so much for
Yes, sir.
such a nice informative session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.